did a trial with some different glitters, white glitters, and this one is like a pearly glitter, and you can see it's got like greens and red fleck in it, and this one is just a silver snowy thing. You can see the tub's actually melted with the heat of the resin. That's why they're a bit strange looking, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But that's just got like a silver fleck in it, so I'm not sure which one to do. I quite like the coloured one, but I know snow's not multiple colours, so I think I'm going to have to go for this one, just the snow, because when I did the trials, obviously it generated heat and melted the tubs. I was a bit concerned. I've grabbed some of this. This is like a corrugated plastic we use for covering floors when we do jobs inside, and I use that to wrap around, but because I was a bit concerned with the heat it was going to melt, I've put several layers around it, so if it does melt through one, it's not going to come all the way out and go everywhere. I've sealed around there. I've put a little bit of a barrier around, so hopefully if it does run out, it's going to run out and stop in there. So I'm a little bit concerned with the heat on that, so this could be a bit of a failure if we're not careful. Right, so we're going to mix our resin now. I'm going to 2 tubs. I don't know if I'll need the whole 2 tubs, but we will mix them both just in case, because I'd rather have too much than not enough. So I'm going to put 350 grams of Part A in each, and then that'll be 175 grams of Part B, and then that should give us just over the 500 grams that we require. Pressure pot still warm. See a bit of an issue. The resin has actually turned, or it looks like it's turned, my Christmas tree brown. So it looks like it's took the colour out of the Christmas tree. So I'm going to demould this, and we'll see exactly what we've got. It's not looking good. Actually got it out of the mould. It was a bit of a job, but got it out there eventually. Got a few air marks in there. I'm hoping that's just air bubble marks from where the air has seeped up the side between the mould and the existing resin. So I'm hoping that's that. Like I said before, the only problem we've got is the Christmas tree has gone browny colour. I would imagine the dye or the heat from as the resin was curing has made the colour go funny on the tree, but I can't do nothing about that now, so I'm going to turn it anyway. I've glued it onto a waste block with some epoxy, so we'll leave that to glue overnight, and then we'll come back and make a start on getting it turned and hopefully get the video up before Christmas. So stay tuned, and I'll come back to you as soon as it's dry. It's time to start turning the globe. How this is going to come out, don't know. This resin, I'm not very happy. It's not clear, it's like a yellowy colour, so we'll see how it comes out. I've ordered a new resin. Hopefully that's going to be more of a clear, but we haven't got it, so we've got to use this. So anyway, what we're going to do is going to get this rough shaped, get this squared up or trimmed up so it's nice and round, and then we'll look at getting our shape. Obviously we need to hollow in and then make our stand. So I've got enough resin on the end here that I should be able to turn that off so I get a nice sphere or a globy look. So hopefully we've got enough there, but we need to get rid of all this roughness and see what we can do. So let's start turning it away and see what we come up with. trying to get the detail between there and the transition line between there and there. Got a little bit of chipping out, not worried about that, I can scoop that out, no problem. But obviously I don't want to be going too far in and we're hitting our people, so I don't think I'm going to go much further than that. So what I need to do now is I need to try and clean this edge up and curve this a bit more and then do something with this. So I think I'm going to use a small spindle gouge to try. I don't know how that'll work on this, but we'll see. To try and get that cut off, really, so we can shape the ball. Alright, got the shape on here, got that shape. Need to get this bit taken off of here, really, so I can start curving the top of the ball, but we need to start going really careful with this. Not quite round, so I need to try and address this somehow. Looks like it's a little bit too tall, to be honest, so I could lose a little bit off the top of this, and I need to curve this round a little bit more. It's not going to be perfect round, I don't think, because I haven't got the width, I don't think. I think that's about as close as I'm going to get it. Look at the mess. Look like a bit of a snowman. It's the only trouble with resin. Makes a mess everywhere, as you can see. Right. So I think the best shape, it wasn't quite wide enough, so I can't get a perfect sphere out of it. I can't go no further in there because we're actually hitting some of the white. So I'm going to call that. I'm now going to sand this up to give me my perfect um, hopefully round shape. Well, not perfect, but as round as we can get it. So I'm going to do this with the net because I can shape it to my hand then. So we shouldn't end up with no flat spots. 100 grit first, and then we'll take it up to 400 to start with, and we'll see what happens. So 600. It's now starting to go, so you can see through it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean this mess up, and then we'll start polishing it. I'll give it a coat of microfine Yorkshire grit first. If that doesn't get it shiny, then what I'll do is I will get the wet and dry out. I want it nice and shiny, absolutely perfectly shiny. But first things first, let's clear this mess up. It's absolute getting on my nerves. That's the mess cleared up anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Yorkshire grit. I know I took up to 600, and you shouldn't normally take you shouldn't normally put a normal Yorkshire grit over 600, but I'm going to because I want to get this as smooth as possible. So let's see what happens. So we're going to spend a bit of time on this, polishing this up, because like I say, I want it really shiny. So it's going to take a while, but see what happens. I think I got a little bit of air bubble around the tree, but I thought I might get a little bit of air around it because of the tree is like all little bristles. Perhaps I should have made a tree and painted it green, but we'll know for the next one. Shiny, but it's not shiny enough. I think we need to go further. So Yorkshire grit, microfine. We will get on it and hopefully get it even smoother. Or shinier, should we say, not smoother. There we go. All nicely polished up now. Just got to part it. Going to part it down here. And then I may stick a bit of felt on the bottom, I think. But it's a shame the globe went a little bit bigger. But I couldn't make what I haven't got, unfortunately. So let's get it trimmed off and see what happens. So there we go, all done, all turned, all polished up. I'm really happy with the shape. Wish the globe was a little bit bigger, but I was limited to obviously the size of the cast that I'd done, so I can't do a lot about that. It's not perfectly round, but it's round enough for me. Yeah, it's a hard one because I got to a stage where I was cutting into the snow base I put in first, so I had to draw back. I couldn't bring it any further. I'd like to have this a bit thinner, but couldn't do a lot about that. I like the black marbly effect. Don't know if you can really see that. I'll get some photographs at the end so you get a better look. But it's like a black marbly look. Then we've got the gold and then the black marble look. I may put a bit of felt on here. I'm not 100% sure. I've just sanded this up to 800 grit and put a bit of microfine Yorkshire grit over the top just to give it a bit of a smooth finish, really. But a couple of things I'm not very happy with is this colorless resin. It's a yellowy tinge. The polyester resin I was using before I started going to the epoxy was absolutely crystal clear and perfectly no color to it whatsoever. Like I say, it's got a bit of yellow. I have ordered some new epoxy resin. It's supposed to be crystal clear, so we'll see what happens when that comes. Same manufacturer, same sort of stuff, just it's supposed to be crystal clear rather than um, the one I've been using, so we'll give that a try. The other major disappointment is the Christmas tree has gone brown when it was green, as you see from the previous in the video, but I think obviously with the chemical reaction with the resin and the tree, obviously the colouring has caused it to go brown. So we've got a dead Christmas tree, Christmas tree. But other than that, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the shape. I'm happy with the way the base worked out. We did it in 3 layers, as you saw. I mean, Yorkshire grit has done a perfect shine on it. I'll get some photographs, like I said at the end, to show it off. The camera really doesn't show it off to its best glory. We've got a few little air bubbles around the tree where the branches come out, but I thought I might get a few air bubbles in there because obviously the air holds in the branches, but I had to pour the resin when it was starting to go off. If not, I wouldn't have had the snow effect in it. I would have lost all that, would have dropped to the bottom with the heat. So yeah, other than that, I'm happy. I like it. So this is my Christmas Day project. I hope you've really enjoyed. I hope you've liked it. If you have, then please hit that thumbs up. And other than that, I'm going to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Have a great rest of your Christmas Day. Cherish the time with your loved ones. And I'll see you guys on the next one. So take care. Speak to you soon. And bye for now.